Okay, that's not going to work. Okay, I'm going to have to do monitor capture. Monitor capture, right. Okay, guys, so this is a preview of the Total Warhammer game that I took when I went to the Warhammer Studios, the Creative Assembly Studios in Horsham. Was invited to go there on Monday, and I went up there and did about half an hour of this footage. So here we go, from roughly about now onwards. We'll get into it. All right, here we go. So here we have, obviously this is like a demo version of it. This is the campaign for the vampire counts. This is the undead faction for Total Warhammer. Here's two maps that you could play against, and here's I decided to play have a go at the campaign. Manfred von Karstein has risen again, and his power and agency over the undead remains as strong as ever. Binding a host of resurrected horrors to his will, Manfred has marched against his former keep at the Drakenhof, and driven from it the hapless necromancer Ziel van Kruger. With the ancestral home of the Midnight Aristocracy secure, Manfred can look to extend his dark reach abroad. I know you can read, but I thought you'd appreciate me reading it out.
I thank you for your offer of immortality, sir. But I shall forego the blood kiss for now. I'm more useful to you alive, for there is much to be done. The Templehof interloper has fled back to his fortress, and Drakenhof is secure. But enemies abound on all sides.
Bear where it might be a little bit buggy because it's still not released yet. So this is your citadel that you start off with, Castle Drakenhof. You can upgrade it and stuff like normal. Hopefully it won't be as laggy as
It is night. I hunt.
I wonder why it's like this. It wasn't this laggy when I was playing it. Maybe it's the video.
Yes.
Okay, let's fast forward a bit.
To Castle Templehof, the fortress he wrongly claims as his own. It will take some effort.
It's my stream. No, I'm actually seeing this on the thing. I wonder if it's because I've made it. It's the way it's been downloaded. 1 minute, let me just see.
The dwarfs.
Definitely wasn't this laggy, guys, when I was playing it. It was a lot more smoother than this. I don't know why this video is going. Maybe if I rewind it a bit. Yeah, it's really.
The dwarfs control the mountain passes to the south. They are no friends of your kind, and will strike.
This definitely wasn't this bad when I was playing it. VLC. Yeah, maybe I should close this and try VLC. Wait, open with VLC. Let's do that. See if this makes a difference. How do I make full screen of this? Here we go.
I thank you.
There you go. That's much better. Windows Media Player sucks.
But I shall forego the
Thanks.
blood kiss for now. I'm more useful to you alive, for there is much to be done.
Okay, so sorry about that. Technical difficulties.
The Templehof interloper has fled back to his fortress, and Drakenhof is secure. But enemies abound on all sides.
I mean, there was a little bit of performance issues with the game, but not enough to say, oh my god, it's terrible. It was, but I think it was good. So, okay, here's your castle, your city that you start off with, Castle Drakenhof. You start and you've got your vampire count over here on the right. This guy. Manfred von Karstein. Or Stein, rather.
I hunt.
So let's fast forward a bit to the more important issue bits. So over here you have the dwarves, and over here you've got the
Passage to the west is blocked by the Dark Lords of Schwarzhafen, sire. They have feuded with Van Kruger in the past, and no doubt watch your struggle against him keenly.
Thank you, Snack and Packham. Thanks for the follow, dude.
Van Kruger is nothing more than a feeble lich, a necromancer that needs bringing to heel. You must advance against Tempelhof, seize his possessions, and turn the dead against their former master.
Hey Wex, welcome to the stream, man. So you click on this. Select one Carson's army. So here we have, you got skeleton warriors, crypt warriors, zombies. You've got a big beast. I'm not sure what it's called just yet. You got obviously the hero guy von Manstein.
Excellent. The enemy scries your movements. The necromancer will no doubt be planning counter-maneuvers of his own. Your forces are depleted by battle, sire. Yet such a shortfall is easily solved by your kind. Raise the slain to fight at your banner. March upon the enemy using their own warriors.
On the 300, yeah, it kind of does sound the same guy, right? I thought I recognised his voice from somewhere. So here you go, you can got your recruitment options here. So I was buying myself some more skeleton warriors and zombies.
Must remain in place whilst raising new bodies to fight. Soon it will be swollen with the dead, my lord. Dragonhof has suffered in your absence, sire. But now von Carstein inhabits its halls once more. You can restore the castle back to its former majesty.
Yeah, it's Transylvania, pretty much, this area. So here you got the cart, you can build upgrade your buildings. You've got Eschen and Walderhof. I'm not sure what these two are. I think, okay, these are two extra citadels in this area that you could probably upgrade to.
More souls to resurrect. See that the necessary expand. Excellent. Construction will begin immediately. Seek ways to further even your vast knowledge of the dark arts.
And then you got your technologies like normal Warhammer on the top, bottom right hand side there. You're not researching any technologies, so click on that. So here you've got the Book of Arcane, which is like necromancy. All of that kind of stuff over there is like to buff your zombies and your skeletons. Then you've got like stuff that I think that buffs text contains countless rituals to ensure wrathful spirits. That's ghouls and spirit buffs down there. Then I think you've got your flying beasts and your just beasts on the top right hand side. Yeah, beasts is blasphemous beastery. And then the Book of Blood, which I think is vampire buffs as well. So you've got zombies, so your undead minion buffs, you've got your ghoul buffs. You know, it depends on how you want to. You're like your teching tree, pretty much here. Hey, K-Cat, Undead or Strupen. So I decided to choose for the Book of Arcane.
In time, the knowledge they gain will surely aid your cause. My lord, there is nothing more you can do now. Let us await your enemy's next move.
So you can see there's a lot of different factions on the top there. There's like multiple factions for different races, right? So obviously the humans are going to be lots of different factions. The undead here. So currently, I'm fighting other undead dudes, pretty much.
To check your advance. Their strength can be added to your own. Attack.
So this is like random events, like you would normally get in a Total War game. The disappearance, like unrest. So I'm guessing this is kind of like that when you normal Total War things. He's got a mission here. I've got to take down this enemy army that's invading my territory now.
I'll take Sigmar's throne. Your last mistake.
So here we go. We're going to kill Dieter the Stickler. You're attacking, so you've got your auto-resolve, your attack, your fight battle, auto-resolve, and retreat. Normal. So I did go manually in for the fight here. Hey La Rhubarb, welcome to the stream. So here we go. This is like your normal thing for Total War, the loading screen. Little tip here for about monsters. So this Vargle thing, let's just pause it for a second while this, so we can talk about it. So so this is like your big hero monster unit, the Vargulf. It's like really good at being the frontline unit to charge into the enemy lines of infantry and just tank a lot of damage. It's like that, and it does a lot of morale damage as well. So this is one of the units you want up there, right and close, just destroying things and wrecking havoc. Some one of the best melee units. It's like a vampire bat thing on like a four-legged vampire bat thing on, yeah, pretty much. It looks like that, if you can imagine it. So here we go. Chaos is a pre-order faction. That is not the case. So I thought that was the case too, but then I was talking to the guys at studio, right? Let me just pause it again. So at the studio, right, they said that it's the specific faction for that race, right? The Chaos faction, you get them in the game, right? The Warriors side faction, it's like, you're playing the Japanese, maybe Shogun 2, right? You want to buy the Iko Iki, the, I don't know, whatever, the monk guys, I forgot their names, but those guys, yeah, they would extra DLC content, right? The same thing goes with the Chaos Warriors, but, you still got to play it with, when you play as the Japanese, you get all the Japanese, a lot of Japanese other factions as well, you still get the same units. So the Chaos Warriors is not just, it's a separate army in the Chaos race as a whole, right? There's lots of different Chaos factions, right? And the Chaos Warriors is one of them. I don't know the others because I'm not that into the lore of this game, but I will be hopefully soon. But it's just the specific faction, not the race entirely. Hope that is clear. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. 2 seconds before we start this off. How's the stream quality looking, by the way, guys? Welcome to the stream if you're new, guys. What's up, man? Okay, so let's continue with this then. So, right, now what I'm going to do is before I start off this game, we're going to zoom into some of these units. Because I really wanted to get up close to see what they look like. So I just took a moment here to have a look. So you've got your timer up the top as normal. You see your timer's up here, right? 60 minutes to complete the game. You've got your army strength values. Oh, what happened there? Oh, I did something, didn't I? Let's just fast forward a bit. Okay, here we go. So now we're zooming in. And here's the zombie units that you can use, right? Sword infantry. And they are 160 models in one fighting unit. They're like cannon fodder, right? These guys. So I'm just getting used to these controls. The controls are a little bit different. They also have a tactical map now, perspective, this game. So this is what they look like. They all have blue eyes, which is interesting. And as you can see, they're wearing red as the Empire units would look like. Then over here you've got the skeleton warriors. Their shields. If you look closely, each model looks a little bit different. Some look the same, obviously. There's like different variations of them. So you've got one with chainmail, some here with broken skulls, some with not. It's quite a nice effect that they've done there. And then you've got these weird ghoul guys, the crypt ghouls. They've got like skeleton bones inside them. It looks really weird. They're using like bones as weapons here and makeshift tools out of bones. And here you have your hero unit, von Manstein. And then we have this big ass beast over here. So yeah, it looks like a bat, right? It's like a vampire-y bat thing, but it's like on full fours. All fours. I don't think it flies, from what I tried out. And then you have this bat unit. Now I find this bat unit is a good harassment unit. It goes in, does some damage, forces your opponent to react to them. So now, and then, oh, what happened there? So as with normal Total War units, you can line them all up, you know, before battle starts. And here we go. Here's a new perspective, right? This is the tactical map perspective. When I was playing it, it was kind of jumpy and not easy to control this out of map perspective. But you can kind of, you know, it's a top-down perspective of the map, and you can easily kind of control your units and see what's going on from a big top-down perspective, right? If you press space as well, you can see all your units. But when I tried to use my wheel mouse to scroll in and out of it, it was kind of not smooth. But hopefully that will be fixed on launch. Hey, Vaughn. I mean, the units look amazing. They look really impressive. So we're gonna have a look at my opponent's forces over here. Not that big, but he has a unit that I've not seen before. So here you've got they look purple because that's their faction color. That's what that guy looks like. And over on the right over here, there are some beasts, wolves or something, and the wolves look like they are, you know, undead, obviously, because they're the undead faction. But they look really detailed from what I saw briefly. I don't know why it keeps jumping like that this one. So I go check to see if he's doing anything. You know, there you go, the allied enemy troops, timer up the top there. And then... oh yeah, the top right one is magic, so... okay, so let's just pause it a quick second here. If you look onto the right hand side here, my camera's actually blocking it. 1 minute, let me move it out of the way. Bear with me a second. Damn it, James. You scrub. My advertisements on the top left are only blocking the main menu buttons. That's not really important to see at all. It's just like main menu options and stuff. Those are all that little thing that you can probably see there. So so here on the left. On the right hand side down here, you can see that it has Law of Death, and there's another one there as well. Lord of Vampires. You activate these abilities to give your buffs to your troops and stuff. Spirit Leech. Now, I wasn't really sure of how to actually use these spells when I was doing the demonstration. Undeads have feeling as well. There you go. Get an idea of what they look like. Oh, that's the first video. Let me bring up the second one. I'll upload all this to YouTube later on. Here you go. Here's the wolf, the dire wolves. As you can see, they look really distorted and stuff. Let's just pause it. Have a look. You can see here they got those blue. I think all undead minions have these blue eyes, right? But you can see here they've got. You can see their muscles and their rib cages and stuff. It's, you know, pretty gruesome. And he's now trying to reposition. So you can see here, if you look at the top menus, just keep scrolling to toggle the tactical map. So it was kind of awkward to, you know, I wish there was just like a button I would press to make me into tactical map position. It was kind of annoying that I'd had to keep on scrolling outwards and scrolling inwards to activate the tactical map. And sometimes I would activate the tactical map without me wanting to. So I would think a better idea would be to have it on a button, so you can just go out onto the tactical map, like in Co. You know, you just press the tactical map hotkey and you're in the tactical map, right? This one, you know, see, I've done it. I did it by mistake here again. I didn't mean to, but you know that happens. Kind of get an idea. Hey, Bucks. Yeah, this is coming out the end of May. Okay, if I just pause it then, you just saw that the hero, right, he's just done something, right? He's put down a spell on his minions, which has given them a buff of some kind. I'm not sure what, but there you go. You can, you know, with these counts and hero units, you know, like normally you could do like rally here, give them, you know, in normal Total War games, but I think this was a slightly different ability, but kind of has the same concept, right? It, you know, buffs your units to make them stronger. So I was just probing him there, testing his defences, and trying to set up a flank with my units on the side as well. Do they have a buff that can get them swole? What does swole mean? Bear in mind, I'm not a professional Total War player. I only played this ever for fun against AI. I never played really against people, apart from my friends. But if this game is good, which it looks to be pretty good, you know, I've always wanted to play as an undead faction, especially in like a Total War game like this. This looks amazing, right? You got huge undead armies that you can command to your will. And here I'm just setting up, like trying to encircle my opponent, trying my best, slowly but surely. I forgot to bring my hero up because I'm a noob. And I've got another unit over here. There you go. So here come the wolf guys. They're going to charge into my lines now, I think. No, maybe not. So here we go. Let's do this. Begins the assault. So here I do it. I try to do a spell. I think I'm trying to do it. Here you go. Let's just pause this so because I can read it. So here you've got. There's an orc symbol of it. I didn't look at these symbols on the left-hand side here, but I think they are specifically for other factions or something, right? So this is the orcs. I don't know what the symbol is. People who are more savvy with the lore will probably know what these symbols mean, but I don't. I'm sure this is the undead symbol. This is the green skin symbol, but I don't know the others. I'm sure one of these is the Empire. That looks like goblins, that one. But yeah, here you go. Just like some information about the spells that you can use. This is like the first one that I've selected. I'm sure you could use these other ones. This one looks like Summon the Army of the Dead. You know, different spells that your hero commander can use. A single MG42 can suppress that blob. So you look at my beast, right? It's still full health. It's just been in a really big fight. So I think possibly the more units it kills, the stronger it gets, or something. I don't know. But here, this is the enemy hero. We're just trying to kill him here, and he's like swiping down my units. So now we're just finishing him off. There you go. Decisive victory. So I lost only 135 and he lost 721. A very successful slaughter. Most units I lost were on my bat team, and there were, so that was 10 units I think I lost on the bat team. Oh, I think it tells you here, actually. Let's pause it. I didn't notice this before. I don't know if this has ever been in a Total War game. But you can see here, it says how many units each hero killed, right? So here, these ghouls over here killed 115 enemy units. And then you've got one skeleton squad did no kills because they were out the fight. So this must be how many they killed, right? This bat guy killed 50. This big beast killed only 27. So, you know, these ghouls did the most damage. And you look over here, and who did the most damage? Those wolves did the most damage, as well as their hero guy. It's pretty cool, though. I've not seen this before, so... this has been like this in every Total War game, well then I've never paid attention to that. But there you go, there's that on there. Decisive victory. Here's something new that I think is new. Sorry, I am a Total War noob. So you get ranks gained as normal. You got your resources up here, 2 different types of resources. And then you have some choices, right? You've got the choice to murder your captives. You murder them and you get better leadership bonuses. Right? I think... Return captives. You gain some resources. But because, if you look on the right hand side, there's the enemy units there's none of them left, apparently. They've all been wiped out because they've got 0 left. So there's no point in returning those captives. You still get some resources if you return them. Send the captives to their homes on sport for a price. The enemy will show gratitude, allowing you to further your Machinations. And I think the other one was... What was the other one? Wait for it. Dominate captives. Dominate these enemy minions. Let your will sub the lingering influence of any pitiful lich before and enshrine your majesty in its place. So that one you can replenish the units. Basically, you could be like, okay, your army is now my army. Pretty much, you can tell them to become part of your army. But because I wiped them out, I'm not going to gain anything. I think with the murder captures one, your guys eat them or something. That's pretty cool. The undead are feasting upon corpses from the recent battle. So I decided to murder them because I'm an evil bastard. Because I'm going to get like a leadership bonus, so I thought I might as well do it. It depends how many are left, right? So now in normal Total War games, you might not want to destroy your entire enemy's force, because if you leave some of them alive, you might be able to call them to your side. You might gain them. You know, normally if you leave enemy units alive in a Total War game, they run away and they regroup and become a threat later on. But if you could like dominate them and make them part of your army, it would be very useful. Enemy killed in battle.
Eschen is vulnerable to attack, Dark Lord. Seize it from the enemy to open a new front to the north.
None shall live.
So what I do here, I've got some upgrades, military recruitment, military support. Raise forces. So here you can raise a certain like commander like you would normally be able to. I wanted to go for the Master Necromancer because that sounds good. They have like a negative trait. It says boring. So they all have like a negative trait that they come with or something, which is kind of silly. But some of them are positive actually. Some are negative traits, some are positive. So like this Wanderer guy, he has a positive trait. So it depends who you get. Some are, you know, and I guess they cost more depending on how good they are. But it looks like they'll cost the same at the moment. So I've decided to buy myself a Necromancer, and you can recruit more units. So you can recruit 3 units at a time from this castle. Here's a map, as you can see. So the dwarves on the right hand side, more undead down to my left, and Sylvania is under control of my opponent. So 2 undead factions I'm warring against, as well as the dwarves here, currently.
I don't think so.
That's a dwarf action in my territory, but it looks like it's doing something else at the moment. The commanders seem to be quite beefy. They seem to have a lot of health, so they can't get easily taken out. As long as you don't keep them too far in the fighting too long, you can keep them alive. It's not like in the normal like generals in Shogun 2 or whatever. You know, you have a general, right, and he would you know, he might easily get shot down in one go. It's not the same in this game. It look what it appears to be. I think this is a bug that should be focusing on his face, not his chest. So that's a bug that they need to fix, but you know, that's just not a big bug. But yeah, so they have a lot of health, these hero units. They normally only consist of one individual, pretty much, or like a dude on a mount or something like that. So it's a skill point, so we can look at here. So here is something interesting here. I didn't really look into this too much because I didn't have much time. But here you've got, you know, the skill trees for your undead heroes, or your whatever heroes you'd have. In this case, it's the undead Lord von Karstein. So you've got hunger. So, you know, if you can look, you can kind of guess at what some of these things would be. So this is like I guess like his melee combat. The rest is dead. Undying Horde. Here you go. I'm guessing these abilities here are for necromancy, so you can like it's a little plus symbol next to these two little figures here. I'm guessing this is like summon a horde, like so resurrect your fallen enemies. Hunger. I guess it's vampire stuff. But you can see it's a lot of stuff to choose from. You can specialize in however you would like to, because you've got a big variety of things that if you would like to do this, if you want to go necromancy, you can go down here. If you would prefer the vampire stuff, you go up here. If you prefer more magic-y kind of stuff, I guess you go here. So it's kind of cool. It's more customization, I find, than in other Total War games that I've played in the past. And up here, you've got even something like Sword of Unholy Power, Barded Nightmare, Hellsteed, Zombie Dragon. So I'm guessing these are certain, like, obviously these are upgrades for your hero, but, maybe you might be able to ride a Zombie Dragon if your hero got to a certain level or something like that, because we have seen in the trailers of Total War where you've seen hero units on top of flying beasts, and so we can assume that possibly you can maybe fly a dragon or something, if this is a horse, so yeah. It looks like the upgrading, you go all the way over here. So that's pretty cool. Zombie Dragon. The T-Virus can do everything. Goddamn, you're Resident Evil. So here we go. So my opponent has now decided to send his army over to defend the castle of Einstein, I think. Now I've decided to attack it.
Be summoned to your will, my lord. Rapidly augment your forces by raising the slain to your banner.
Thou darest.
Such a thing is impossible.
And as you can see, I click on their base and you couldn't see what they had. Now I'm attacking it, I can. So you can auto resolve, break siege, fight battle, and I think there was another one. I think the other one was surround or something. So now we're doing this is supposed to be a siege battle because I'm fighting them out here. But I have a feeling this is either bugged because what we're doing is now fighting on a plane, and I think this should be a siege battle. Or what happened was he came out and met me on the planes. So now I'm going to be fighting this other guy's unit. So this is more of an even fight because he's got reinforcements coming as well. So here goes a tactical map perspective. And as you can see, I'm struggling here to get out of this tactical map perspective. It's kind of annoying. Like I say, hopefully they fix that, because it shouldn't be too difficult to fix that issue. My opponent's army is over here. Happy Hands opinion on the game so far? I was really impressed by it. I think the graphics are great. There's lots of different. Each faction feels like it's its own faction, right? You got the dwarves who are with every other Total War game. Whenever you've played like you say you play Shogun 2, everyone's the Japanese, right? So it's not that they don't feel unique. They might have different colours or different attributes, but they all feel the same, right? But with this game, you've got, you have the undead guys, you've got the orcs, you've got the empire, you've got chaos guys, I don't know who else you've got. I think you've got some others as well. There's just such a variety of units to choose from. It feels a lot more variety in this game, definitely. And I'm definitely going to be playing as the undead because I'm a zombie undead necromancer fanboy, and they do look pretty sexy. What build is this? I'm not sure. Oh, next video, last video to show you guys. Open with. So over here, his bats are going to be attacking my Fell Beast, I believe. I think that's what it's called. So I sent my bats in to start off with to see if I could get him to come out to attack me, lure him out. But it looks like he's staying in his position, so I have to bring the fight to him. He's in a very strong spot as well because, you know, if you're in the water, I believe you get a negative attributes or something. I don't know. But so I wasn't sure about being in the water for negative tributes, but I assumed that was the case. I'm looking at the skeleton animations and they look really funny the way they run. Because they all look the same colour, it's very difficult to see what's actually going on. It's just a melee of craziness in those engagements. Now, I don't know what's better, skeleton warriors or zombies. I assume skeleton warriors are better because they have shields. Zombies don't. They're probably more cannon fodder. So this is this battle turns out to be very close fought indeed, since both sides have about the same amount of units. I think I finally used my ability here. Okay, so probably the best thing to do is to send in the zombies as cannon fodder and get the skeletons to flank, I would assume. But you've got skeletons fighting skeletons on the left-hand side here, I think. Zombies fighting skeletons in the centre as well. Just absolute mayhem. I found it very difficult to try and control the camera though in this build. I don't know if it was just me being a noob at Total War, but I'm just trying to get the camera to go right. There we go. There's a spell I just used. And I think that spell just killed a load of enemy units as well. So I think I just drained the life of an enemy unit with my hero, and I don't know if I gained that life myself, but I definitely killed a lot of units using that ability. So I'm just trying to circle my opponent here, get my units behind enemy lines. This skeleton army seems very spread out from what it once was. I don't know if that's a bug or what, but they're not in formation anymore. One of my favourite things about Total War game is that you can just look at how many bodies have littered the battlefield after a huge engagement. It's really good. So if you go to the tactical map perspective and press space, you can get an idea of how many enemy forces are remaining. It's a bit of a crazy... It looks like my beast, my fell beast, has been in engagement from the start and seems to be really, really good at what it does. It doesn't die at all to anything, so I might want to use that more better. More effectively. There you go, you see me using that life drain ability, that entire enemy unit just collapsed. Look, that entire zombie army just fell apart when I used that ability on it. So that's a really strong ability to use for with your commander. The enemy has cost you dearly, do you even deserve to call it a victory? There you go, so... We lost 699, but my enemy lost considerably more. We lost over half our forces, but at least we smited them on the field. Just to look, I'm not seeing any veterancy for my units on the left-hand side. I don't know if zombie units do carry veterancy. Thank you for the follow there, Velki. We gained some more of that precious loot. My commander has gained more rank. Yeah, it doesn't look like many of my zombie guys, undead guys, actually gain veterancy, which is a bit strange. And here we go. You can there's different things now you can do to a settlement, right? So you can occupy it, you can loot it, you can sack, or you can raise it. Normally it's been like you can loot and occupy, normally occupy, and just... I mean, second rate, I mean... Sack and raise seem to be about the same thing. But I guess if you raise it, they can't rebuild. But let's just... I mouse over these. Let's have a look in a second here. So... Congress penalty, public order. So that Red Skull's public order. You have instability as well when you occupy. But not as much as you would if you loot and occupy it. But it's pretty cool, right? You know, if I pause it, you can see that this is an undead version of looting and occupying, you know? So I assume then, for every other faction, every other race, sorry, you will have a specific little graphic for that faction. Because here, obviously, you've got zombies carrying loot out of a city and zombies, like, raiding and looting. So it's going to be, you know, you can see by that effort there, they've put a lot of time in and effort into making this game, you know, compared to other Total War games, because you know, from when I played, remember Shogun 2, they always look, whatever faction you play, they would always look the same, you know, for these looting, and you've got different graphics for different looting, and I'm sure that's going to be for different factions as well, which is a nice touch, I think. So you get plunder, you can plunder, so sacking you'd get more resources from, so I just decided to occupy it, because I want to maintain control of it.
The taint of undeath is spread by your conquests, mighty lord. Your realm grows, and more distant lands now fall under your gaze. The Empire and other kingdoms of men lie to the north and west. There you may feast, for the living are plentiful. Reports are coming in of a living expeditionary force close to your territory, my lord. Such a threat cannot be tolerated. Show them that you are master of these lands once again.
And then obviously I've got to go then kill off an Empire force that's coming in to raid my territory now. So, you know, I have to deal with both undead, my own undead enemy rivals, dwarves from the right, more undead to the south, and I've got the Empire to my north as well. So you get surrounded a lot. But unfortunately I had to stop that there, and that was it for the gameplay footage that I could show for the Total War Hammer game. So sorry, that's it. That's all I have to show. I hope that was a bit insightful and you were hyped for the coming release of the game in the coming months. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be playing as the Undead faction. I'm really hyped for the game. It looks really good.